Fauquier, Superintendent of Fauquier County Public Schools, with another edition of One Hard Question. I did not receive a question last week, nor the first few days of this week, so I'm going to answer a question that I'm sure is coming, and that's regarding accreditation and school accreditation. And I'll be as brief as I can, but I'll start off by saying this is very complicated stuff and it's hard to explain exactly. And a lot of times when people say that, it means they're getting ready to kind of blind you with the science. I'll try not to do that either. Long story short, we ended up with 4 schools that did not meet accreditation requirements, and that is specifically because of math. So that's roughly 20% of our schools that didn't meet accreditation. Statewide, a third of the schools did not meet accreditation, so we're a little bit better than the state average. And the reason is because of math and the rigor associated with a new version of the math test that was unveiled a few years ago. And what's happened is, what typically happens in the state is, you take a subject and the scores go up in that particular subject, and then the state will change the test and make it more rigorous, and then scores plummet, and then they gradually go back up again. And what's happened is with the math tests are extremely difficult. I've seen them. They're difficult. They're different, a type of assessment, more of sort of a hands-on approach, a manipulation approach within the test. So all that to say, the tests are more rigorous. Schools statewide have had a difficult time sort of catching up, and but as always the case in Virginia anyway, gradually schools will sort of catch up to the rigor of the test, and then they'll change the test again. So anyway, that being said, we're not going to push the panic button. We're going to continue to promote engaging classroom instruction. We are going to continue to avoid teaching to the test and try to move away from that model, which has been something that many school divisions have done, is just try to teach to that test, make sure the kids pass tests. We're going to continue to move away from that and promote engaging classroom activities and instruction, teaching to the way that kids learn in different ways. And our feeling and our philosophy is that you do that and the scores will kind of take care of themselves. But having said all that, I'll say this. We had some areas of significant improvement. Our SAT scores were up in reading and in writing 8 and 10 points. That's significant. Math was down a point, but we're still well ahead of the state and national average in SATs. Same with the ACT scores. Our ACT scores went up significantly. The number of students taking AP tests shot up to 821 for a total of 1,832 AP tests. That's phenomenal. And the pass rate, a 3 or better score on the AP test. The pass rate, well, that's the pass rate. The number of kids passing at 3 points or better has been 45%, which is very good. They're very rigorous tests. And last but not least, we don't have any schools that are focus or are priority schools. Focus schools meaning you're in the top of the bottom 10% in terms of achievement on state standardized tests. Priority schools means you're in the bottom 5%. So we don't have a school that meets either one of those categories. Pierce was last year, but they improved significantly and are no longer a focus school. So, data is what data is, and we're doing extremely well in some areas, and we need to improve in other areas, and we'll continue to do that. But the situation with the accreditation and state SOL test scores, everyone's feeling the pain right now. We're not the only one. If you look at the 22 divisions statewide where all their schools were fully accredited, in other words, if they have 10 schools in their district, all 10 are fully accredited. There's 22 school divisions out of 132 that met that requirement. And if you look at that list, you'll notice almost all of them are very small school divisions with 3, 4, 5, 6 schools total. So that's kind of a different animal there. But anyway, all right, that's what I've got to say about accreditation. If you have specific questions about it, about your school in particular, feel free to give me a call or send in an email. But that's kind of the long and short of it. All right, thanks very much. Have a good day.